Much of the information for this article was taken from the book Becoming a Supple Leopard by Kelly Starrett. If you haven't heard of it or read it, it's a fantastic book. It's almost like a Bible of mobility and how to heal yourself back from injuries and figure out where your weak points are. This video is going to go over a 4-step process to having and maintaining good posture. The first thing we need to do is to set the pelvis into a neutral position. To do this, we're going to position the feet directly under the hips, keeping the feet parallel with one another, screwing the feet into the ground, and then squeeze the butt as hard as you can. Some common faults you'll find when doing this is by pushing the hips too far backwards, which would be an anterior pelvic tilt, or pushing the hips too far forwards would be a posterior pelvic tilt. You'll notice the good posture in the picture, the hips are directly under the shoulders in one straight line. It's nearly impossible to fire your glutes while sitting down, and it's also very hard to be in a poor postural position while keeping your butt tight. Your abs will naturally turn on in the process as well. The next step is to pull your rib cage down and keep it in line with the pelvis. A very simple way to know that you're in a good position is to picture your rib cage as one bowl of water filled to the brim, and your pelvis is another bowl of water sitting on top of one another. And if you lean too far forward, the water is going to spill out the front. If you lean too far backwards, the water is going to spill out the back. So you want to keep those two bowls of water balanced right over top of one another. This is called creating intra-abdominal pressure. What we're trying to do is take in as much air as possible to fill up that diaphragm, almost like you're putting air into a tank or a balloon. Oftentimes people will suck in their stomach, but actually what we're doing is filling the stomach up with air. This can also be referred to as the Valsalva maneuver or technique, often used in powerlifting. You'll see from this picture that it's vital to keep your head in a good aligned position. Think about creating one straight line from the ears, shoulders, down to the hips and the ankles. You also want to reach the tips of your shoulder blades down towards your hips, being careful not to forward round your shoulders. Have a nice upright posture, keep your chest up, shoulders back.